Hello, welcome to another episode of the Long Hop Cricket Podcast. With me, Owen, alongside me, as usual, is Dave. And today we're covering the second ODI between the West Indies and England. Series kicked off with a nice 1-0 win. And
Made that 2-0.
it's become 2-0. And
But do you know they both played in Antigua on the same pitch?
is it?
That's why today spun a bit, I thought. Maybe kept a little bit lower.
Have they actually played on the same strip at all?
I think so.
Surely not.
Same.
Yeah,
Grand.
Right, that's falling apart.
It's another comment gone my way.
I'm now in fear of my 2-1 prediction.
Yep, I thought you might be. England dominated today. Dominated? Is that a little bit too kind? Won by 4 wickets, but there was time, had a little bit of a collapse. But to bowl the Windies out for 2-2-5, brilliant performance with the ball.
The Windies got into it, didn't they? But like we said in the last podcast, this England team, the
That's
ODI
all the way down.
is crazy.
Well, it's like, who did we have to come in still? We had Rashid. It would have been perfect for that situation.
Yeah.
And then things really got bad. Liam Plunkett would have just come in and hit 36 off 6.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's because that is a bad collapse.
Any changes in the England squad? There isn't, is there? It's the same England squad that came out in the first game. In the West Indies squad, maybe? Maybe, I'm not sure. I don't think there is, actually. No, I don't think there is.
I don't think so.
Both teams used spin. I think the spin probably was better this game, although maybe kept low and spin. Oh no! Alexa's giving me a flash briefing. Alexa, stop! Alexa, stop! Alexa, stop!
This is what you get. You're trying to be.
Alexa, stop! Sorry about that. That might have deafened some of the headphone users. Oh wow,
That's so lame.
I must have asked. We must have been talking because I've got sports briefings on there. So,
Just telling us about the Everton game.
yeah. Good.
Anyway,
Well,
right.
Don't say that the podcast isn't informative of other
Should we just
sports.
get Should we just ask
Invite
her
her
to do it? Get a third mic.
Anyway,
No one
where
probably
was
heard
I?
that.
Where was I? Right. Let's run through this. The West Indies did what you said to do: win the toss and bat.
Yeah. Well, that's
work,
as far as they took
yeah.
it, though, with my advice, wasn't it? I was like, win the toss, bat, and put something defendable on and try and get England to crumble. And to be honest, it nearly happened. I know it's...
West Indies winning the toss and batting. Do you think England would have won the toss and bowled?
Yeah.
So it's kind of playing into England's
No, because I
game
think...
plan, isn't it?
I think... yes, because England would bowl, but I think...
That was the way West Indies needed to win the game.
Yeah, I think...
If they had a chance of winning, they
Yeah.
needed to bat first. Okay, fair enough. Let's quickly run through this then. We have Brathwaite. That's Craig Brathwaite. That's an interesting way he spells his name. 2 G's in the end. That's quite nice, isn't it? He hits a 42.
What's this turning into?
And Mohammed does well again, 50. And Carter, 39. So Mohammed and Carter, they look quite good together, don't they?
They've done all right, and there's a few sort of getting going, but
The only
225.
problem is, Owen, is that we see it again. Was it 46 for 3 in the last one? It's 46 for 3 this one.
Yeah.
It's probably about 30, 40 for 3. And the openers, the front 3 are just, actually giving their wickets away. You can't just keep on relying on the likes of Mohammed, Hope, Carter, Carlos Brathwaite to an extent, to come in and score runs at the end if you're not setting the team up.
Yeah.
That's the only way England got into a winning position was by the team set, the likes of Root and...
In the end, this game ended up being quite comfortable for England, right? But do you think, had West Indies managed to get to, say, 275, would it still be comfortable for England? Or do you think this would have been a really good game?
This would have been a lot better game, yeah.
Because that's what I wanted.
Yes, of course.
I wanted West Indies to just... they don't need to get something huge, but they need to get something where more than 2 people are going to have to contribute for England to win the game.
You're right there, yeah.
And then...
A score of 270 on that pitch would have been brilliant.
Yeah, because England...
250, I think England still would have been comfortable. But
But they
275.
do fold. They do fold
Well,
when they start getting the pressure on them, and it nearly it did
came off,
happen.
yeah.
But Chris Wokes is incredible.
Yeah, I think to bowl a team out in just under 48 overs, that's not... To bowl a team out in any limited overs format is terrible, isn't it? You can't be bowling a team out.
No, I know. Sorry. Yeah, that's bad. Right.
Should we have a look to the bowling performance then?
Yeah, England's bowling. How did Rashid get on today? Because I sort of came over towards the end of the game.
Yeah. Well, he's 2 for 52 off 9. Standard, isn't it? You take that. Being a spin bowler.
I was looking at on the Sky Sports app, and they update it as the game's going on, and they write like a little paragraph for each over.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, it's worked persevering with Rashid. He's got another wicket."
The word persevering isn't particularly positive,
I don't think,
is it? Though it does happen with Rashid. You do persevere. It's like
he does pick up wickets.
Moeen 1 for 44 off his 10. That's brilliant, I think.
Plunko's done all right.
Yeah, I think you look at the three seamers. Finn 2 for 38 off 8. Wokes, that's brilliant. None for 26 off 8.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And Plunkett 3 for 32 off just under 8. Those front three, fantastic, and as a front three seamers. And you probably, it's lovely to see the likes of Plunkett and Finn play big roles with the ball.
Plunkett seems to be getting better, doesn't he? Just like sort of the older he's getting.
Yeah, I think
he's kind of finding his place.
I think he's kind of been able to, if you like, control his pace and control his line and length. Today he bowled very well again as he did a couple of days back. I think we're starting to see something quite special with Wokes though.
Yeah, he's
bat and ball.
Good,
he seemed. I'd probably go out there and say he's England's most improved player of the last year.
You reckon?
Yeah, I think
most improved player.
I think he's gone from someone that's come in and done okay to a kind of a superstar. Not that he's not seen as a superstar, but those performances. Could you imagine if, Ben Stokes would be getting different plaudits, wouldn't it, if it was Stokesy?
Do you remember when he came in the team?
Did I say it was shit?
And we were saying that he's first on the chopping board. Well, it's kind of like he's becoming a pretty pivotal role now. It's like really, we need him in the team now. Yeah, he's cemented his place,
and he's not just cementing it through picking up wickets. He's not just cementing it through the bat. He's doing exactly equally.
We've got 2 all-rounders now.
Yeah, I can't work.
Yeah,
some of the shots we were just watching then.
Yeah,
were brilliant shots for a tail-ender. He's a better batsman than Brody. I think he's probably a better batsman than Brody's ever been. What do you say about that? I know Brody hit that big 160.
No, if you're going on consistent, definitely.
I think even looking, Brody's nice to watch, but even Wokes looks more in control, has more ability. I think
Wokes is more technically sound and more sort of correct.
Yeah.
Whereas Broad is sort of more flair,
quite punchy.
Yeah, he's more flair player. But Chris Wokes is turning into something really, really good.
Well, let's run onto the batting. England made a great start. They were 87 for 1 at one point.
Yeah.
Then they went to 87 for 2. Then they went to 124 for 6.
Billings annoyed me.
Well, you were calling for
giving him the big props, and then he's gone and got a first bowler. Ugh.
Did you? Oh, the way it was great. The way they got out, it was nicked off the slip, but the slip parried it up.
Oh, brilliant! Right.
So Roy 52 or 48, and that's an ODI innings.
Yeah.
I like those. Run a ball, 52 or 48.
Opening as well.
Yeah. Roy's done it again. He's hit out to long on and not gone on and made a big score, but 52.
Yeah, it's like you take that, and you got to be thinking at that stage. There's so much to come, but we'll be fine.
Yeah,
chasing this.
Though technically he didn't need to. It's not like they needed to go out a run rate or to settle.
I know what you're saying.
I wouldn't criticise him with that. He's gone for the big shot. It doesn't come off.
I've got a question. How long has Josh Butler got? When was the last time he did well in ODI?
He's done against India.
You're just saying that, but you can't come up with anything.
Stop it.
What score? What score When was the last time you made a score?
He definitely made scores against India. Someone will come in and tell us.
Right. Well, I look forward to that because I don't remember it.
He's such a brilliant ODI player.
Yeah. He's done well today. Took 7 balls before he got out.
No, that's not an ODI innings, is it? Well, there's another duck in there. Billings, Butler.
Yeah, but I think Josh Butler, you've got old Johnny waiting. And do you know what?
Yep, definitely.
How much? There is a difference, but with the gloves, but
there's a difference in the bat.
Yeah, Bairstow's better with the bat as well.
I'm not. I would never. I'm not calling. You're calling for all of our boys.
Yeah, well,
we've got such a strong ODI squad. You want them all in and out.
You've got to have an opinion, isn't it? Make it interesting.
I think you're first for the chopping block.
Yeah, I think out of that team, Finney and Butters have got to be looking out.
Rash?
Well, he should be, but he's not, is he?
Mo?
Nah, Mo's all right.
Mo's all right.
I think Mo could just not take a wicket and not score a run. He's never going to drop him.
Yeah, but he's a good player, Mo. Don't be harsh on Mo.
I'm not being harsh. You're asking me.
I think you're being critical on these.
I think
very good ODIs.
Old Butler just
he's off. Joe Root though, quite a mature innings. Though he's a very mature.
How
player,
annoying was it?
Oh,
that he didn't get 100.
Yeah, it was like, what was he saying for the team?
Just smash it.
He took one for the team.
We were watching it, and you were having a go at Wokes for scoring runs because you're so rude.
It really annoys me. It really, really annoys me. I remember watching. Do you remember? I forgot who it was against, but who was that number 3 that we both hated in the Test squad? Really slow.
Compton.
Compton, right. Compton hadn't scored a run all summer.
Right.
It was against Sri Lanka or Pakistan.
Okay.
Hadn't scored any. They were like, England needed nothing, but Cookie was about to get 100. No, about to get a 50 or 100.
Right.
And they only needed like 20.
Oh, yeah, I think I remember this.
And Compton comes out and it's like 3 consecutive fours. And he's like, oh, well done. Cookie needed like 10 of them.
Yeah.
But Morgan 7, Stokes 1, Butler 8, Moeen 3. No, Butler 0, sorry. Moeen 3. You don't see that often. You might see a little bit of a collapse, but you don't see Morgan, Stokes, Butler, Moeen all go at once, do you? Normally one of them will stick about.
Doesn't surprise me, though.
No?
No, England collapsing never surprises me.
In this ODI squad, I was surprised, actually.
Well, they've just got...
When I was watching it come through.
Wokes has done really well to stop that.
Yeah,
Just stop an absolute...
He's very quickly becoming my...
68 off 83.
Oh,
it's just the perfect innings
so
that was
great.
needed. It's really good.
2 6s there. I am surprised to see, 4 of the English batsmen just go down. Especially, you look at those names. Morgan, brilliant batsman. He's had a great 2017. Stokes, becoming a very, very good ODI player. Butler, next on the job. Butler, very, very brilliant ODI.
Yeah, okay.
And Moeen, who's fairly consistent with runs. But luckily, Wokes was there to steady the ship and score, like you said, a brilliant 68. Not his top score. He scored a 99 not out, didn't he, last year?
Do you think Butler might, just as a conversation, might do better a little bit lower down the order?
No.
No?
But
a bit more of a finisher?
Butler's in a finishing spot there.
All right.
6.
Yeah, okay.
They like to move Butler in and they like to move that batting line.
So should Butler be batting higher than Moeen?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think so. I'm
okay.
Really happy with the
Yeah,
ODI squad.
I know. It's a crazy good batting lineup. If anything, I'm a little bit sort of a bit deflated that West Indies are just.
I think it was deflated that we've got 2 wins out of. It's been a while, hasn't it? 2 wins on the bounce. We haven't got anything to have a pop at them about. Normally, it's we're going after the odd player because we don't seem to be winning games since we've started podcasting.
Do you reckon it'll still be 3-0?
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. I do have a question for you though, Owen.
Go on.
We see Bishu pick up 2 for 43 and Nurse 3 for 34, both off their 10s.
Right.
So that spin gets 5 for, so what's that, just under 80 runs?
Yeah.
Now, we're watching Australia. We call this Ashes Watch, don't we?
Yeah.
We're watching Australia tear apart India.
Yeah.
Nathan Lyon picked up an 8 for.
I know.
Not worrying you? The West Indies spin on a pitch that you might see a similar pitch to Australia. It might break up like it did. You'd hope for it to be a little bit quicker in Australia than it was today. But no, that's just the
no.
You're not worried about it? Though Nathan Lyon's shit, isn't he?
Well, I think the thing is with spin, there's different like it was turning, but you get quick, sharp turn.
Yes,
and bounce.
Yes, yes.
And then you get those ones that are sort of
the dyers.
That are just they're turning a lot, but it's not. Doesn't look dangerous.
Yeah,
it's much slower.
So you think
England?
That's what caused the collapse. But
England look dominant though.
Yeah.
They do. They look like the better team. They just look just better in pretty much every department. And West Indies. The 2 drops towards the end of the game.
Yeah. That's what West Indies.
That's really.
I hate
poor.
to say things like this, but if you're a worse team or a smaller team than England, you need to outperform them in the field, don't you?
Yeah.
If you're a West Indies, if you have the same skills as West Indies as a team, you need to match them in the. There's not so much excuses for
fielding. The standard should be the same for every international team.
Yeah, it's just you have to be drilled in how to field.
I don't think hiding players should be a thing anymore in international.
Yeah,
being a bad field, there's no excuse.
Do they
for being
hide
a bad fielder.
anyone in the England squad?
No,
they do they?
No, and you shouldn't have to.
I'd say maybe Rashid's the worst fielder, but they certainly wouldn't hide it.
But not by much. I mean, it's
not like Phil Tuff or Monty Panesar. You'd
so that is that could make a big difference.
Did KP get hidden in 05?
Well, I think they discovered that he's a good outfielder. When he had time, he could catch. Yeah. But when he was in the gully, he was sort of 50-50.
Oh, he was in covers as well. He dropped.
I think he dropped his first 5 or 6 catches.
It was five on the bank. So I remember the 5th one. I think was in the covers. Did they?
Damien Martin, can't remember. But yeah, he dropped a load. But I think now the standards of fielding are so high. If you're a weak fielding team, it's just such an important aspect of international cricket. If you're weak at fielding, you're going to have to be really good at batting or bowling to make up for it.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, but West Indies haven't got that, have they?
Well, and even if you're really good at bowling, if your fielding's not to a standard, your bowlers are going to really struggle. Yeah. So, yeah, they need to improve that.
So go on then. Tell me what.
I think there's the right tactic, and I think they were close to doing it. I think they needed another 50 runs.
They need
another 50 runs, and then that England collapse could have been. They could have finished us off. I think if they had another 50
third
runs.
ODI in a few days' time. West Indies to bat first again.
Yeah, they need to bat first again, and they need to get close to 300. They need to get somewhere round 300.
Yeah. I wonder if it's going to be similar. I remember Triple CO and you both talking about pitches getting slower or pitches not being known.
It's just pitches becoming all the same.
West Indies are in the 80s. They must have been quicker pitches.
Yeah, they had some quick pitches. Although,
but these 2 pitches were just
Michael Holding was quick on any pitch.
Yeah, of course.
So it's like
I'm just thinking, why don't you bring it? Disappointing because I want to see a challenge. Do you know what I mean?
I think the pitches are quite good.
But it offers slow turn, doesn't it?
Yeah, but they've been low scores. And I think that makes better. And I think the fact that I'm saying West Indies, if they get close to 300, they could really have a go at trying to beat England. That means the pitch has been competitive. Because in India, it's like getting 300 is like, well, you've lost there. So it's like, I think it's good. It's just West Indies need to bat, bowl, and field better. That's harsh, but
if you remember, about a month ago, I think a subscriber or a commenter called Gabe left us a comment saying, "Give us your man of the match and your worst player on the pitch."
Right. Okay.
So today, who would be your man of the match and worst player on the pitch?
Man of the match, I think, is pretty easy.
Rooty?
Nah.
Wokesy? Yeah.
I'll give man of the match to Wokes.
And your worst player on the pitch? Oh, here we go.
Worst player on the pitch.
Are you going to go West Indies or England?
Worst player on the pitch? That's difficult.
Because you've got Billings with the first baller.
I don't think you can have worst player on the pitch getting a first baller. You'd have to do some. You'd have to do some. You'd have to drop a catch
gets
as
a
well.
baller duck.
Yeah, that's pretty poor.
What about? Can look on the West Indies team. You have Carlos Brathwaite bowled 4 overs of 38.
Yeah, that's not good.
Did he?
It?
And he made 20 with the runs.
Did Holder I think Holder dropped one of the catches.
Are you saying that was it? This first catch that went down.
I think it was the second.
Second one. Well, the first one that could have made a difference, couldn't it?
The first one was down to long on. The second one was mid off.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's Holder that's dropped it, and he's got 15 off 22.
You're just gonna?
I am gonna go for the West Indies captain. It's just because of the drop.
I think it's a bit harsh.
Yeah, it is harsh.
I'm gonna go with Carlos Brathwaite. I think he got smashed. Anyway, talking about comments, because we got a bit of time, Owen.
Okay,
we've been getting some recently.
Yeah, go on then. Let's go.
I'm gonna have a good go at butchering names. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 6.
Go on then.
So we've got a new commenter. Thank you for commenting. It is Sega Saga. Sorry, Bunshan Ya.
Right, leave it there. Go on then.
I think India will defeat Australia by an innings at the match in Chinnaswamy.
Right, okay.
But not going to happen. Because it's a flat pitch where talent is required to bowl, not pitch.
Is he having a go at Lion there?
This is eight for. This is why India defeated Sri Lanka in Sri Lanka 2-1, and where Australia got smashed 3-0. Bleed blue. Obviously,
right. Okay.
Sorry, Saga. It's not going to go that way by the looks of things.
Well,
Australia at this point in time have already got a run lead of 40 odd, 50, 4 wickets left.
Are Australia that much better than England?
Did you see how Virat Kohli got out? Left it.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah.
Straight in the pads. Yeah, I'll have a go at reviewing that one. Yeah. But it's like it's hit you plumb in front, and
he got bowled leaving one as well.
Yeah, that was that big leaving the second innings of the first game, and he had that flailing.
Good.
Yeah. Segar's back again.
Okay.
I mean, it's been 20 Test matches now. Not one bad day is allowed. He's obviously annoyed that India have done so well in the recent past.
Oh, right, and we're having a go because they lost one.
Well, I mean, I think one day is allowed. Yeah, I think maybe he's thinking...
Well, you're going to have off days, aren't you?
Well, I'm sorry, but you've had a few more since then.
But that's a good point, because I remember watching, and I can't remember, it might have been Athers, saying that lots of teams have good days and do really well, but the best teams, when they have bad days, still stay in the game.
Yeah.
So when they have a bad day, they don't lose the game. No. They still manage to stay in it.
Yeah.
And India have been knocked out of these games.
Yeah.
When they've had bad days. They haven't stayed competitive.
So we've got Saga's come back again. Saga, the big S.
Okay.
I can say this, if Sachin wouldn't have been a walker, he should have had at least 8 more centuries. And if Ricky Ponting wasn't a cheat, India would have won their first Test series in Australia. Now, this was a few. We're very thankful for Saga coming back, and he's watched a few of our episodes.
I like that.
Brilliant. We must have been talking about walkers. That was when I asked you about Nasser.
You said you wouldn't walk. So.
No, I wouldn't. But Sachin would have had 8 more centuries if he wasn't a walker, and Ricky Ponting's a cheat.
Well, first of all,
sorry to our Australian viewers.
Yeah, but you can't say that someone's going to get.
No,
it's like he didn't get out on 99 8 times, did he? By walking, and
I think
it's a point, isn't it? But
it's hard to say. If Ricky Ponting was in a cheat, India would have won the
bleed blue
first team series in Australia. Bleed blue all day long. I'm still going to say I'm not a walker.
Well, let's not have this. You're winding me up here. But do you not think that's why Sachin Tendulkar is internationally loved?
Yeah.
And Ricky Ponting
isn't. Ricky Ponting's not a nice person, is he?
That's a bit harsh.
but I mean, like, if you put the characters of the people, those two side by side.
Well, I think it's just two different mindsets, isn't it?
You named your cat after Sach, didn't you?
Ricky Ponting is like, it's Australian, isn't it? Just win by any means possible. They don't care.
Definitely.
Just win. Whatever happens, make sure you win.
I think that's what I would. what I would do.
That's your attitude.
The broader, yeah.
I was amazed how to go in for that. Michael Clark had to go at Broad for middling one and not walking. Have you seen like those YouTube videos of just Michael Clark just smashing it and just not walking?
Right, Sago's come back again. He's obviously watched what changes should we make in international cricket. I think the 2 new ball rule in ODIs has to go and the boundaries have to be extended.
Yeah, absolutely agree.
Absolutely fine with that. We've got a couple more from Jack Peters. The Champions Trophy has already been decided.
This is all your fault.
And the Windies aren't in it. It increases their chances of qualifying for the next World Cup. The top 8 ranked teams qualify and the rest go in a playoff. Oh, they go in a playoff.
They're in trouble.
The cut-off point is after the England-Windies series in September. Oh, we're playing again in September.
Yeah.
We can't play them at home, though, in September.
They're in trouble, though, aren't they? Even in the playoff. West Indies are in a real low. It's demoralising me and upsetting me.
Yeah. Do you think why don't they just ask them all to come back? To have all the old boys proper.
Yeah, I mean,
Gale, Marlon Samuels, Shiv,
Lara,
Brian, Lara, Fidel Edwards.
Holders. Go right back.
Go get Viv involved. Jack Peters has fish tanked it, yeah?
Yeah, good.
Should have hashtagged it, though.
Okay.
Thank you, Jack.
Thank you for that. That's nice to know.
Nice to know that Jack has listened to us all the way through. I think 26 minutes in, that's better, so I reckon.
Yeah.
I will be throwing down the blue.
I'm still going 2-1. West Indies are going to pull it out. Next game, next ODI.
Yeah.
Yeah, big W for the Windies.
I hope not. I hope they do win a game eventually.
Would you be that bothered if England lose the last one?
No, we've won the series. Would you have been bothered if we lost 3-0? I know that we don't care about this series, but we would be pissed if we lost.
Yeah. Yeah, if we'd have lost this 3-0 to yeah.
But if we lost this 2-1, I would have been annoyed if we didn't win this series. But I don't care for it. If you like.
Going off these performances, say we win 3-0, what are you expecting from England in the ICC trophy tournament?
At least semi-finals.
We've got to be big. We've got to contend, haven't we?
Who else is up there?
India.
And Oz, surely.
Yeah.
Pakistan, I'm not seeing anything. South Africa, maybe. New Zealand, not particularly going to see. I don't think we see much. Sri Lanka, we won't. It's got to be India, Oz, and England, surely.
Who do you think will be in the final, if you had to say now?
Australia, England.
Australia, England.
Yeah.
I think India will make the final against India versus. I'm going to go for an India-Pakistan final.
You know, for what is your wild card Pakistan?
Yeah.
They might not even be in it, you know. You have to get
Jack to let us know. It's a wild card. It's a wild card.
Right, that's everything from us. We shall. Do you want to talk about, depending on where it finishes, India versus Australia, the second test?
When's that?
Well, it's going on now.
Right, okay. How long have they got left in that?
Well, they're 2 days in.
Right. Yeah, we could do. We could talk about it in the next ODI.
Yeah, we could.
We'll have enough time at the end.
Yeah.
Because England will be just a comfortable England win. We'll have loads of time.
We're just saying. Right,
I'm hoping for a Windies win.
If you've enjoyed the show today, please make sure you drop us a like.
Subscribe.
Someone disliked on the last one.
Yeah, that's
Get
good.
out.
I know, I like that.
You like it?
I like that. It fuels me.
The subscriptions are really important. We love seeing you guys subscribe. If you're a casual listener, please subscribe just so we feel good.
Get the numbers, yeah.
The comments are brilliant.
Comments are good. We love the comments.
Please keep on throwing down those comments. If we make mistakes, like I've made a few recently, haven't I?
Yeah.
Then drop me a comment. If Owen makes a mistake, you don't seem to pick that up on. Yeah. Tell a friend, give us a share, and we shall see you next time.